Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to create this tiered dress inspired by Brandy Melville's Jada dress, and I hope you enjoy. So the first thing you're going to want to do is trace a top to create your front pattern, and this is what mine looks like. And for the back pattern, it's literally just a square with a pointed edge in the center back to get that droop effect that the dress has. Then you just want to pin your pattern to the folded edge of the fabric, and if I was to do this again, I would not do the curved edge on the pattern. I would just get it straight because I think that would look better. And then you just want to cut it out. And the fabric I am using here is a stretched jersey, just so I won't have to hand gather the ruffles that the dress has. You can just create them by stretching the fabric. So once you have your pieces cut out, you just want to go ahead and take your back pieces and put them right sides together with the front piece, and you're going to want to sew up these sides to create the side seams of the top. To create my ruffles, I just went ahead and measured out how wide I want them to be and how long I want the pieces to be. And to do this, I first measured the top, and then I added about maybe 5 to 8 inches just so I could make the fabric stretch, and then I went ahead and did that for each consecutive ruffle. And then you just want to pin them together on the sides, and you just want to sew up that side. Next, I wanted to create a neck binding, and to do this I took my measuring tape and I measured how long my neckline is. Then you just want to go ahead and cut out a strip that is equal to the length that you just measured, and you want to fold that in half, and you want to pin it to the neckline. Now the width of the piece depends on how wide you want your neck binding to be. Then you just want to go ahead and sew along the neck binding nice and slow, just so you won't get any bunching or anything weird happening, because I think this part is a little tricky to get right. Once you're done with the seam, you want to just go ahead and flip the neck binding over, and you want to stitch as close as you can to the fold. Now on to actually sewing the ruffles. You want to quarter your pieces with pins, and you want to do the same to your top. Now the top is a little different because it doesn't actually have a back, but just start with quartering and pin it. As you will see, I put a pin in the center back of the top ruffle, and the back pieces of the dress are pinned about maybe 4 inches apart from each side of the center. Now this is how you do the ruffle. You want to have your two pieces pinned together, and one piece is going to be longer than the other. That is how you get the ruffle. And you want to go ahead and just start the seam and backstitch. And then what you want to do is you want to take your fabric and you want to stretch the shorter piece so it matches the long piece, and then you want to sew it all the way through. And then when you actually release the seam after you're done, you are going to see this ruffled effect that you can only get with stretchy fabrics. Now if you're using a non-stretchy fabric for this, you have to hand gather it, but I prefer this way because I'm honestly lazy and it's easier this way. Once I had my ruffles all sewn together, I went ahead and hemmed the bottom of the dress by folding the edge of the fabric up twice and sewing along that line. Now the Jada dress doesn't actually have a piece of elastic here. I just added it because I personally wanted a bit more coverage. And you want to cut the elastic shorter than the actual piece, that way it will ruffle up when you sew it on. And here it is, all pinned. You just want to go ahead and sew that. I wanted to create the binding for the armpit and the shoulder strap in one piece. I just went ahead and measured out the length of the armpit of the fabric, and then just how long I want the straps to be. And then I cut these into strips and I sew them together so you have like a circle. And then you want to go ahead and match the seam of the circle up with the side seam of the dress. And you just want to go ahead and pin all along the edge of that, and you want to sew it up. And then to create the strap at the back that the Jada dress had, I actually just took 2 pieces of elastic and sewed them together down the center because I thought the edging was cute. Once you've sewn the armpit, you want to go ahead and fold the edge up and fold it in, and then fold it over one more time just to create a smooth binding. And you want to go ahead and double fold the strap as well, and then you want to go ahead and sew as close to that ditch that you get in the fabric as possible. And once you've done that, you are all done. And this is the final product. Now the dress is a little bit different than the original, but I like it. It's my tweaks on it, and I wanted to thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye guys!